फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म,
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Next. I'm Suryakumar. It's time for India's second match in the Super 8s. This time around, Bangladesh are against them. Now, Bangladesh were defeated by Australia the other day. And if we talk about India, India's undefeated, along with the two other sides in the Super 8s. One's South Africa, another one's Australia. And what will happen against Bangladesh? This is something very interesting because, after this match, India will face Australia. And that match will be very, very crucial. Now, for any team to qualify for the next round, that is the semi-finals, they really need 2 wins. So today's match is very important for India in that sense because they really need a win. They need a good win. And after that, they'll be facing Australia. So anything but they need a good win from this match, and it'll be good for all the players as well. Whether there'll be any changes in the 11 or not, let's hear it out from Jamie Alter and Taus Rizvi, our experts. Hi, Taus. Good to see you. Hi, Jamie. Hope you're doing well. Jamie, I'll begin with you. You saw Team India for real in New York. Now they actually shifted to the Caribbean islands. How do you see Team India as that one side which is undefeated so far? And now each and every game is very crucial. They really need to win every match from here. Because if they lose today, which is highly unlikely, if I have to be blunt, with the kind of performances Bangladesh are putting in this World Cup, but a win is a must one for here.
Absolutely. I think every single match in a T20 World, it's not a one-day World Cup where you can lose 4 and then win 5 and get in. T20 World Cup, you have to win every match, right? Look, because your net run rate is not, chalo, you beat Afghanistan by a big margin, but because of your openers, they're so bad that you're already behind the curve. There is no worse opening combination going around in the Super 8s than India's, right? It has put immense pressure on the middle order, and you're not able to cash into the power play. So yes, you're unbeaten, but you don't have you have more problems than South Africa and Australia, right? You are the weak link in this tournament given your status. So again, there's rain is very, very heavily forecasted. India need to figure out, do we want to play semi-final 1 or do we want to play semi-final 2? They want to avoid that second semi-final. To get there, they're going to have to improve their net run rate such an extent so that doesn't come into play. Hats off to you for beating Afghanistan by 47 runs. अब बांग्लादेश को उसी बड़े margin से आपको हराना पड़ेगा, because that Australian team that I'm watching and I know you guys are watching, they're not giving any team an inch, and this is your bogey team. इस टीम ने आपको 2 बार आपकी जगह वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट में दिखा दिया last year, right? Forget semi-final. 48 घंटे बाद, June 24th, Monday, it's India's biggest match. Do any of you have the faith that this team, which is unbeaten, but given the problems, Dube seems to be public enemy number 1, right? So the problems are so massive that I hope this team, I hope they decimate Bangladesh, because if you lose to Australia semi-final, bhul jao.
Right, because Team India will be playing the second semi-final, and that was pretty much clear before the T20 World Cup only, क्योंकि timings का issue है, तो इस वजह से वो second semi-final खेलेंगे. And forecast Jamie ने आप लोगों को already बताया है, तो wash out होने के भी काफी chances है second semi-final के. We saw how Australia played, right, against Bangladesh. Also, we know that that game was interrupted by rain twice when Australia were batting, but their bowling, I mean, it was fantastic. The way Stark got the first wicket in the first over against Bangladesh, then Adam Zampa got rid of Liton Das, and they had put up immense pressure over Bangladesh. And if I have to talk about Bangladesh, you might call it a miracle or you might call it luck. I don't know what you want to call it, but Bangladesh have made it to Super 8s. It's something great because their batting performance in the entire World Cup has been so shoddy that even if you pick any match, you can just put it very clear that they have been not even average in batting, and they've been so bad. But Taos, today, it's going to be India. And Indian bowlers are also doing really, really well. Do you think it's going to be on the same lines as we saw Australia Bangladesh?
Yeah, if it doesn't rain, so we are going to win it easily. See, this is the bowlers World Cup, right? I mean, I don't know how many batsmen have outdone bowlers or have
Yeah.
gone on to score big runs. This has been bowlers World Cup completely, starting from Nassau County and followed by West Indies, and it's a good thing. It's a rare thing and a good thing, and I'm enjoying watching these bowlers. Having their say in T20 cricket, which is normally it's not the trend. But yeah, Bangladesh, I'm not expecting much anyway. I have only things. I don't want to get blunt with this, but unfortunately, the issues are the openers. Yeah, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. These two guys who have pushed youngsters aside, and it's their reputation which has helped them get into the team. Otherwise, there was hardly any performances. I wouldn't say Virat did well in the IPL, but overall in the last 1 year we haven't seen them. So we were wondering like where are these youngsters? So I mean, if these two guys keep on delivering failures, single digit scores, then I'm afraid questions will start coming in, and then things will go very bad when it comes to pressure and handling those pressure and all. So I don't think so. It's going well right now with Team India when it comes to their batting. Obviously, their bowling has been one of the more key uh, aspects that has helped them make it to the Super 8s. Actually, Super 8. If it's India and it's their experience that helped them, but it's the bowlers basically who have helped them make it to the Super 8s convincingly with victories, consecutive wins. They are they are the leading side with most wins. But I am still wondering what will happen today. My eyes are on these two guys, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, whether they are able to negate Taskin Ahmed, Tanzil, and Mustafizur Rahman. That will be one key interesting aspect to watch out for in this particular game. I'm not thinking about Australia. I want Bangladesh, these guys to come up, score some good runs, followed by
And
number
give
three,
us
Rishabh
a
Pant.
challenge.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about Australia right now. Australia, they've done their job and they'll keep on doing it. They are the best side yeah, right now. I'm thinking they are
Yeah.
one of the semi-final. They are finalists. Yeah. मैं अभी से उनको final में डाल रहा हूँ unless something happens. For now, it's India. They have to the openers have to come good. Otherwise, I'm not. Australia के सामने कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे because the pressure will only mount on them, and we are gone. So this is the team where you have to get the pressure off, monkey off the back. Where then things will get easier. Not very easy, but a bit
Yeah.
easier will make you relax. Relax नहीं होना है अभी.
हाँ, रिलैक्स होने का तो टाइम ही नहीं है ना ताउस। आपके बहुत कम गेम्स बाकी हैं। आपका एक और गेम बाकी है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ, उसके बाद सेमीफाइनल एंड देन फाइनल, अगर आप वहां तक पहुंचते हैं। सो इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ अ सिंगल गेम कि आप इधर जाते हैं या उधर जाते हैं, और एक या दो गलतियां भी आपको काफी भारी पड़ सकती है। बट साहिल, एज ताउस वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट रोहित एंड विराट, what do you think? What's bothering them? What's happening with them? Because the other day against Afghanistan, Rohit Sharma was looking very fidgety. He was looking so restless. He was going after the ball, and then eventually he got out after making just 8 runs. Virat Kohli made only 5 runs in the US leg, then 24 against Afghanistan. What's happening with them? Are they still in that IPL zone, or what's happening?
I think adapt. They've not been able to adapt to these conditions. They're still batting as if they were batting on patas in the IPL. And I was highly disappointed with the way Rohit kind of approached that innings versus Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That one shot he was looking to play off that left arm seamer. There was a close shout for LBW as well, but the ball marginally pitched outside the leg stump. Otherwise, you could have been a goner much earlier than that. That template of just looking to target one side of the ground, one shot, I think that's certainly not on. You need to adapt. And even if you're not being able to give those flying starts, you need to ensure that we spend some sort of time, because he needs to spend time. Virat needs to spend time, because come the semi-finals, which I hope we'll qualify after beating Bangladesh today, there'll be no margin of errors like these and disappointments like these. It has been
Yeah.
a royal disappointment, both Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and you expect better from players of this quality. More than Rohit, I am highly disappointed with Virat, because Rohit, I don't really expect much to happen when it comes to ICC World Cups and T20 World Cups especially. वो टॉप टीम के आगे 30+ स्कोर आई थिंक 1 या 2 ही बनाए हैं पिछले 16-17 इनिंग्स के अंदर. आई वाज लुकिंग एट सम स्टैट ऑन ट्विटर. सो he has been disappointing in these tournaments for a very very long time, and Virat is someone who has let me down. I don't know what's going on in his head, whether he's look to just continue with that IPL template, har ball pe marna hai, cash in on the power play. But 24 ball 24, if I'm not wrong, he was well set, and
Yeah.
he should have played longer, used that slog sweep to good effect against the likes of Noor and Rashid and Nabi in the middle overs, do something which Suryakumar Yadav did so effectively. Because Abhi Rishabh Pant is bailing them out of trouble. If you just look at, he has been a very vital cog at number 3, क्योंकि वो आके एकदम गेम का मोमेंटम चेंज कर रहा है. वो आया, नाबी को 3 चौके लगाए, एकदम से गेम का पेस चेंज हो गया. एवरीथिंग लुक्ड इन इंडियाज कंट्रोल. वरना बिफोर दैट अगर कोई मैच जस्ट ऑन किया होता और ऋषभ पंत की बॉलें छोड़ के उससे पहले की 10 बॉलें देखता, वो स्केटिंग चल रही थी वहां पे यार. विराट एंड रोहित वर ऑल एट सी, एंड ऋषभ मेड इट लुक अ डिफरेंट गेम. He makes it look a different game because he manufactures shot, explores acute angles which not every batter can exploit and explore. So Rishabh अभी तक बचा रहा है आपको, but वो कब तक बचाएगा यार? अब तो रन कर दो. अभी नहीं करोगे तो फिर बारबाडोस में झंडा कैसे लहराओगे? बारबाडोस वापस आओगे भी कि नहीं आओगे? आना है तो फिर गयाना के अंदर जीतना पड़ेगा पहले. आज जीत के गयाना तक तो पहुंच जाओगे. But what happens after that? And we don't want a repeat of what happened in 2023 World Cup, 9-0, 10-0, then come Australia in the final, we were found short. So, थोड़ा game up करना पड़ेगा.
काफी जरूरी भी है क्योंकि अब बहुत सारे मैचेस हो गए. आई थिंक आई एम रिपीटिंग माई सेल्फ. आई सेड दिस व्हेन Taus made his comment, and I said this, that it's high time for Rohit and Virat to step up, because now each and every game is a must-win game, in a way or the other, because you'll be facing Australia. That game is very important, and then it's going to be just semi-final and final if you reach to that stage. But Jamie, we talk about the Indian batters. We talked a lot about Rohit and Virat. Let's come to another key batter, and that's Shivam Dube. Everyone's talked a lot about Dube. They've talked about, how he plays spin. They've said, these conditions are very favorable. He'll play great. Only one match we saw from him, that was against Afghanistan. Now, crucial matches are coming in. How important his role will be here in the West Indies, and especially against teams like Bangladesh and Australia, because these are two important matches in the Super 8.
Again, his tournament started 2 days ago. He hit a sixth off his fifth ball, and literally 39 seconds later or 2 balls later, he was out, right? So that's why I asked Sahil, I said, he is public enemy number 1. Public enemy number 1 in the sense that some guys just, they never get acceptance. Like even someone like Sky, who in 11 T20 World Cup innings has 550s. Everyone on my morning stream says, वो सिर्फ मिनो बैशर है, वो हांगकांग को मारता है, उसने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को आज तक नहीं मारा. मैंने कहा क्योंकि उसने आज तक ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने एक भी वर्ल्ड कप मैच खेला नहीं है. तो when India's most versatile batsman gets dragged down by unknown gumnam people every day, can you imagine what Shivam Dube? He's actually a misfit in this team. But I feel like we're looking at the mirror again. We discussed this before Afghanistan. कि Dube के पास एक मैच है, 2 मैच है, he's going to have to nail down his place. Again, just hearing Sahil and Taus by talk, how is it humanly possible, scientifically possible, that Rishabh Pant goes at 200 and Virat Kohli goes at 100 and Rohit goes at some 80? How is it possible? The man has played 9 T20 World Cups and we still struggle to remember one innings, right? This is the problem. I would love to see India win, but unfortunately, I think we've all seen this movie play out. When India don't win the World Cup, we don't need to come and do a live. I would request the editing team to just compile all the time when Sahil and I and Tausma have said, अगर आप इन दोनों को लेके जाओगे तो World Cup नहीं आएगा ना. So again, yes, Dube is not clicked, but he still got 44 runs. That's some 15, 18 runs more than Virat Kohli. But because no one wants him here, because he's kept Rinku out, because he's kept Samson out, because Jasprit nahi hai, it's unfortunate. Has he been bad? Actually, he's not been bad. He just, why are people saying, no, we can give Virat room because that New York track was dodgy? Apply the same thing to Dube. Dube still got 31 not out. Virat Kohli, as you said 5 minutes ago, he managed 5 runs in 3 bloody innings. Why are people going after Dube? He's actually not been that bad. It's because we expect him to walk out with Mahi Bhai behind him and taunting sixes. Bhai, वो चेपॉक है, वो चिन्नस्वामी है, वो हैदराबाद है, वो गुवाहाटी है. ये नहीं होगा, right? When Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have been found so wanting, I just feel really bad, like really going after someone like Dube, right? Sanju Samson was never going to play a match, right? जैसे कि मैंने कहा था परसों के शो में, हम दुबे को झेलते आए हैं, हम 2-3 मैच इनको झेलना पड़ेगा. If you want a perfect solution, drop Dube for this match, bring in Jaiswal, for God's sake, put Virat Kohli back to where he's most comfortable, number 3, right? And you might actually go on to beat Australia. But Suramya, we know how this pans out. Undroppable. And mark me, those words, मैं और विराट हम undroppable है, ये बहुत बहुत भारी पड़ेगा रोहित शर्मा को in the post-mortem of this T20 World Cup.
Well, I completely agree with you, Jamie, because अगर आप परफॉर्म कर रहे होते, आपके रन्स आ रहे होते, तो इतनी ज्यादा बातचीत होती नहीं. सब लोग यही बात कर रहे होते कि अच्छा विराट कोहली ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, so you're looking forward to his performance in the next one. But managing just 5 runs in the US leg, it's unacceptable. It's actually unbelievable because you have so much of experience, and then you come up with such kind of performances, and then all those debates, all those discussions before the T20 World Cup seem very very logical कि आप रोहित और विराट को लेकर ही क्यों जा रहे हो वर्ल्ड कप में.
Well, no, I'm only interrupting you because you've used the word unacceptable. What is unacceptable is this narrative that's whipped up by, I'm not taking names here, but by, we should cut Virat some slack because those were tough conditions. Yeah, but like Sahil just mentioned, didn't Pant do brilliantly in these conditions? Didn't Sky save your bacon, with the 50? Why this extra room to someone? Because he's the GOAT of all times. I have serious problems with that, man. Very convenient to say Dube. He still got 31 not out in one match against USA. Subtract that 31, subtract that 51 from Sky, your GOAT would be a laughing stock. So we need to just get more critical rather than pander to what the fans want to hear. Rohitians and Viratians have destroyed cricket. And it's just sad how every show ends up being about these guys. Aage badho, yaar, aage badho. Sahil and I have been the most vocal. Mat, and Sahil the hardcore Virat Kohli. We've been saying 18 mahine se keh rahe hain, mat leke jao inko. Do you actually believe he's going to waltz out and score 79 this evening off 44 balls? He's in a funk. He's in a deep, dark space, and I wish him all the best. He's a fantastic batsman, but nahi hoga. And when we don't win this World Cup, the red inkers we did 18 months ago, they're going to be flashing on everyone's face.
Yeah, that's right. And all of these critical comments are very important as well, especially when we are talking about players in such an important tournament. It's T20 World Cup after all. All the teams are putting up their best show, and we expect the same from India as well. Now, today's their match against Bangladesh. Thus, I'll come to you. But before that, I just want to talk about the two bowlers that Bangladesh have. We already talked about Bangladesh's shoddy batting performance. We talked about their batting, but we'll talk about the two bowlers. You please continue, and then we'll bring the bowlers.
I want to talk about this Virat Kohli and think what is their role exactly. I want to continue on that. What is their role? Every role is defined. Shivam Dube has a role. Go out there, bang those spinners into the stands. Rishabh Pant has a role. Suryakumar Yadav has a role. What is the role of these two guys out there? Power play में attack करो या defend करो या graph करो या end तक खेलो. I mean, it's not defined completely. Why? I mean, because of their reputation, because whatever they have done in the past. यार दिस ऐसा नहीं होता ना भाई. एवरी प्लेयर आई मीन जस्ट बिकॉज दे आर सीनियर्स, आपका रोल नहीं, आपका ये नहीं है कि भाई आप पावर प्ले में खेलो फिर आप ट्राई करो नहीं, आपको करना है. यू हैव टू शो दैट इंटेंट. व्हाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया हैज बीन सक्सेसफुल? बिकॉज ऑफ देयर इंटेंट. इट्स बिकॉज नॉट ऑफ देयर रेपुटेशन दैट दे हैव इन देयर साइड. हमारे यहाँ रेपुटेशन चलता है पहले, बाद में आता है यार परफॉर्मेंस डिलीवर करेगा कि नहीं करेगा. अब उनका रोल से डिफाइन नहीं है तो वो कहां से आपको क्लैरिटी मिलेगी? सो देयर इज नो क्लैरिटी एट ऑल व्हेन इट कम्स टू these two guys out there who are going to open the innings, take the guard against Mustafizur Rahman and Taskir Ahmed. So this is where the confusion comes in. इनका खुद को रोल डिफाइन है कि नहीं मुझे तो पता नहीं, इनको शायद पता होगा. अगर आज पता लग गया तो मजा आ जाएगा, नहीं तो फिर आज फिर वही देखने मिलेगा हमको.
और दिन भी नहीं बचे हैं ताउस. मुझे लगता है हम स्टार्टिंग से यही बात कह रहे हैं कि अब नहीं पता लगेगा तो कब पता लगेगा, बिकॉज इट्स हाई टाइम. बट एज आई वाज जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द बांग्लादेश bowlers, ताउस, I want to know from you because we had a chat around Bangladesh players, and earlier in this live I was just talking how bad their batting performance has been, but two names have done really well in this World Cup are their bowlers. First one is Rishad and the other one is Tanzim Hassan Saqib. He bowled really well against Nepal. Not taking anything away from Nepal, obviously, if we compare the two teams, Bangladesh had a bit more experience than Nepal, and they were a better team than Nepal. But Nepal had also put up good performances in this World Cup. But even then, Tanzim Hassan Saqib, he bowled really well. He got 4 wickets, gave just 2 runs, all of that. I want to know from you, can these two bowlers put up a tough challenge in front of Indian batters?
I hope not, but yeah, you never know. These two guys are very talented. I mean, I'm not surprised because Bangladesh have had their bowlers in the past, Shakib and other guys, a lot of. But this is like this is for the first time they have come up with a complete package. You know, they have something or the other. Shakib is a left arm spinner. This guy Rishad is a good leg spinner. He's a tall guy, somebody who can flight the ball and fool the batsman. This Tanzil is amazing. I mean, remember Mohammad Shami? No, Mohammad Shami with that Pakistan goal. Skiddy bowler. Jimmy, who is that guy? I forgot. Shami, na? Mohammad
Sami. Mohammad
Like that,
Sami.
he's in that mold. Skiddy bowler. Ball acha nikalta hai. He's got the pace. Cut bhi nikal leta hai. So that is what they are. It's making them special. You know, they are bowling. That is why they have come this far only because of their bowlers. They have variety in their attack. I hope this doesn't trouble, but these bowlers are going to create some issues. But if they continue with again Shivam Dube, I don't know what he's going to do against Australia. But if he plays in this middle order, if he plays Rishad and Shakib, it will be an interesting matchup to watch out for, because he's going to again go after these two bowlers, because it's something, he loves enjoying playing the ball coming in and having a go at him. But then if he plays, otherwise these guys are definitely I'm seeing a different Bangladesh as far as bowling is concerned. But overall batting is definitely their biggest disappointment. I'm not happy with that, but then it's okay. It doesn't matter to them whether I'm happy or not. They should be happy with their batting and bowling. Overall, I really love the way these two bowlers have come up, Rishad and Tanzil.
Yeah, definitely. These two bowlers have bowled really well against all the opponents that Bangladesh have faced so far in the World Cup. Sahil, talking about India's 11, tosses just 3 minutes away. I want to know from you, any changes are you expecting in the 11, given it's Bangladesh?
No, I was expecting Shivam Dube to be dropped for Sanju Samson, but just read a tweet that Shivam Dube has just marked his run-up. So now probably they are looking to bowl him. So looks like an unchanged 11 to me, because there's no reason to change that thing. And they'll continue with the two left-arm spinners in Aksar and Jadeja, because that probably gives them the more batting depth. But I hope the correct left-hander comes out to bat when a wicket falls. I hope it's not Ravindra Jadeja and it's Aksar Patel when it's required to score those crucial runs. Because Aksar is a far, far better batter in this format. We have been saying this. Our former expert Chetan Narula, अगर वो अभी होते वो अपने बाल पकड़ के चिल्ला के बोलते कि रविंद्र जडेजा is a misfit in this format. I'm saying चलो उसको आप खिला रहे हो तो खेलने दो, but at least give ample deliveries to Aksar Patel. 6 ball 12 in the last game. Just send him a spot higher than Ravindra Jadeja, and he can make that impact. The impact which he made when he was promoted to number 4. I think he looked the most assured batter in that innings.
Second highest run getter, Sahil.
Yeah, and what tight batting कर रहा था यार. So, and Rishabh Pant probably was the highest run getter, but looked very scratchy, got plenty of chances. So use Aksar the way he's supposed to be used. Don't be rigid with it. Don't play with reputation यार. Already 2 opener reputation वाले बिठा रखे हैं. अब बीच में एक और घुसा दोगे reputation वाला ऑलराउंडर, फिर कैसे लहरेगा बारबेडोस में झंडा? पहुंचोगे भी नहीं पहुंचोगे फिर बारबेडोस में. मतलब कर सकते हो अभी. I think the squad looks very good. This squad gives me a lot of hope. Why I say that? Because from number 3 to number 8, there are players, who are very flexible and they can bat at any number. This hasn't happened in a very long time in a T20 side for India. हम शुरू से देखते थे बहुत एक रिजिड अप्रोच के साथ हम जाते थे. 3 पे ये खेलेगा, 4 पे ये आएगा, 5 पे ये आएगा. लाइन से राइट हैंडर्स होते थे या लाइन से लेफ्ट हैंडर्स होते थे. मैं एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ. राइट नाउ यू हैव दैट लेफ्ट राइट लग्जरी व्हिच वाज प्रोबब्ली लास्ट सीन during 2011 World Cup or when Yuvraj bottled that T20 World Cup final for us, जहाँ पे वो कुछ रन बॉल कुछ कर रहे थे श्रीलंका के गेम्स, तो आज तक मेरे को समझ नहीं आया. So वो लेफ्ट राइट लग्जरी जितने भी कोचेस ओल्ड स्कूल बोलते हैं it's not important. Of course it's very important. That left right luxury allowed USA to stun Pakistan in that super over. So जितने भी लोग कहते हैं लेफ्ट राइट important नहीं है, it is showing the way India are playing in the middle overs, and that's very, very important, and that is giving me a lot of hope. And then there's Bumrah, who's just क्या बोलो यार, वो तो आधी बैक के ऊपर पूरा वर्ल्ड कप ले जाएगा आपका यार, मतलब दैट इज अ जीनियस. सो these two facets of the squad give me a lot of hope, and I hope openers fire today यार. आज भी सामने लेफ्ट आर्म सीमर होने वाला है, but to their happiness and to their comfort वो इन आउट स्विंग वाला नहीं है, कटर कुटर फेंकेगा, तो शायद आप बच जाओगे.
Okay, and super chat. First of all, thank you so much, Nomad Tibet. India always reaches semi-final very easily. Real test is when they match with tough opponents. Until then, we will be happy with those wins. बात तो सही हो, कह तो ठीक रहे कि भाई ऐसे तो आप जीत जाते हो, बड़ी टीमों से आप कब जीतोगे. Jamie, what do you have to say about it? मुझे लग रहा है he is pointing at that Australia match. He's saying कि चलो आज जीत गए तो खुशी तो होगी, लेकिन ऑस्ट्रेलिया से जीतोगे तो एक एक अलग अचीवमेंट जैसी खुशी मिलेगी.
Before Jamie starts, एक very important update. Just 1 hour before coming on the show, I was sorting out that India Zimbabwe squad story, which is up on CricketNext now. उससे पहले I was speaking to a few people. So Monday को BCCI headquarters के अंदर पूरा मेला चालू है. There's going to be live streaming of the India-Australia match, World Cup match. All state association representatives have been invited. So I was speaking to a very senior state association member, and I asked कि boss, who's going, यहाँ से कौन जा रहा है? He's like, अरे यार ये तो ग्राउंड में भी मैच नहीं है, स्ट्रीमिंग का इनवाइट कर दिया है, अब स्ट्रीमिंग के लिए भी भेजना पड़ेगा किसी को, चाह के भी ना तो कर नहीं सकते, पर मेला पूरा लगेगा वहां पे, जमघट लगेगा. और खुदा ना खास्ता अगर हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया से हार गए तो जो हमारे 34-35 स्टेट एसोसिएशन वाले आए होंगे वो क्या वड़ा पाव मिसल पाव खा के घर वापस चले जाएंगे या क्या होगा, दैट रिमेन्स टू बी सीन. बट lot of arrangements are being done at the BCCI headquarters, the new look headquarters, which will be showcased to all the state association members on Monday. Yeah, Jamie, please go ahead.
तैयारी तो पक्की है, Jamie, which means that it's going to be a very big match, and everyone's waiting for that match, and India's victory in that match matters the most.
Let's see. Let's hope one knockout match at a time. But it's good to see our friend Nomad Tibet. He was the gentleman I was telling you about on that last live that I joined. Okay, we drove for an hour and we discussed Nadeem Shravan, we discussed Ghulam Ali, we discussed his growing up in India, and as you can see, he's a very passionate cricket fan. So absolutely, he's right. Look, it talks about Rinzin, but we've all, like I keep saying, we've all seen this movie. We know how it ends. Semi-final tak rasta बहुत आसान होता है. Most of the time, barring 21, but 2017 Champions Trophy, पाकिस्तान को हराया. अंकल, अब्बू, फादर, बहुत लोग ने ट्वीट किए हैं उसके बारे में, क्या हुआ वो हम सब जानते हैं. 16 सेमीफाइनल तक पहुंचे. I was at the ground. Tospai was sitting at the ground. Wankade, Virat Kohli got a blinder of 88 not out. Lendl Simmons comes up. There was a no ball. So every proper Indian fan, just like our friend Rinzin Bhai is saying here, every Indian fan knows कि भाई लीग स्टेज में जो करो, जो खाड़ना है उखाड़ लो. Get that bad match out of the way. Chetan का जिक्र किया साहिल ने. He kept saying, get that bad match out of the way. Don't go to the World Cup final 9-0, 10-0. और जब वो एक दिन bad match आया, वो कब आया? हम वक्त वो final पे आया. So let's hope that the bad match is on Monday. I would much rather lose to Australia with Pat Cummins, David Warner, all those annoying players, brilliant but annoying players on Monday, rather than see India somehow make the final and see guys in yellow. Forget yellow because they also smashed us in whites. But I do not want to see Pat Cummins hold a trophy and the cameras pan to our guys with their faces down. I'd much rather we lose the semi-final and go out. So because that would be. जब हारना है तो यार पहले सेमीफाइनल हार लो, क्योंकि अगर हम पहुंच गए फाइनल और कम वक्त पैट कमिंस की टीम आ गई, हो नहीं पाएगा भाई, मुझसे तो नहीं हो पाएगा.
बिल्कुल, एक और बार नहीं हो सकता. एक बार हो गया, we can't face that once again. And Pat Cummins must be happy. यार हैट्रिक मिल गई, ठीक है, खुश रहो. एक टूर्नामेंट में कुछ ना कुछ तो तुम्हें मिलता ही है अलग से, so you can actually leave the trophy and go back. But we all know that it never works out like that. Now we've got another comment. हमारी टीम मैनेजमेंट कुछ भी कर सकती है. They were saving Surya against Pakistan और अब अक्सर को जडेजा के नीचे भेजते हैं. Okay. Yes. Well, you can expect different things, from Team India in different matches, and if it's working out for them, great. They should continue doing that. But if it's not working for them and if it's costing them, then they should change that approach. But anyway, the toss has been done. Bangladesh have won the toss. They've opted to field first. How big of this decision is from the Bangladesh side, Sahil, when their batting is really, really in shambles?
More than Bangladesh, I'd be interested in seeing India's approach today because they're batting first again, and they were cautious to start with in the last game, and now two gentlemen who haven't been amongst the runs, they really need to set the ball rolling at the right tempo now. हो गया, अब 4 गेम्स हो गए, एक वॉश आउट हो गया, यूएस से लेकर वेस्ट इंडीज तक घूम लिए, फ्रिज मैग्नेट्स इकट्ठे कर लिए, सोविनर ले लिए, सेल्फी बन गई, कॉफी पी ली, डोनट खा लिया, बेगल खा लिया, अब हो गया, अब रन कर दो, because it's important. I can't emphasize more on the fact that how important it is for these two players, the two goats, the two giants, to be amongst the runs, because the sides like England and Australia are going to eat you up. The moment you know that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are struggling, they'll eat you up. These sides, feed on situations like these, and this is एकदम tailor made for an Australian side. वो out ही नहीं करेंगे दोनों को, 10 ओवर तक खिलाते रहेंगे और 11वें तक फिर जैम्पा आके लड़ी लगा देगा, because you're playing into the opposition hands, and I hope the two of them fire today. We get a good 50-60 run start. I'm not hoping for much more. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा 10 में 100 लगा दो, 6 में 60 लगाओ, एक भी विकेट मत गिराओ, इंटेंट दिखाओ, 3 से 4 बॉल मिडिल कर लो. मैं कल I was furious. I was irritated yesterday or day before. I was watching I think day before. No, yesterday. एक मैच के बीच में विराट कोहली का फुटेज ना, परसों जब 24 रन बनाए भाई साहब ने, तो वो कमेंट्री के ऊपर बात चल रहा था, रन चाहे 5 लगे हैं, बट ही हैज लुक्ड वेरी गुड इन यूएसए लेग. वेरी गुड के अंदर रिप्ले आ रहा है एक आउटसाइड एज का, रिप्ले आ रहा है स्क्वायर्ड अप होने का, रिप्ले आ रहा है बॉल खड़ी करने का, एक कवर ड्राइव लगा है सिर्फ यूएसए लेग के अंदर, वो भी पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ. और लोग अभी ये ऑब्सेशन, मतलब ये कभी कभी अब इरिटेट करता है ऐसा ब्रॉडकास्ट. यार भी थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकल, जो हुआ है वही दिखाओ. Just call it out that the two openers have been struggling, and it's not a secret anymore. It's not something which we are seeing which others aren't. They are struggling. Call it out. We need those runs from them. We need Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma to be amongst the run. 4 या 5 बॉल तो मिडिल कर लो यार. कल तो ऐसा लग रहा था मतलब कि it's a laborious grind. You don't want grinds in T20s. Even if you are scoring at 121. अब हार्दिक पांड्या scored at 130, but those 2-3 shots which he played, even Kohli went wow in the dressing room. That one shot, I'm forgetting the fast bowler's name, वो जो चल के उसने cover और mid off के बीच में मारा था. Then one shot of Noor Ahmed straight down the ground, that big 6. So all those shots inspire confidence into you. But I'm sorry, 24 ball 24 and Rohit's over adventurous hitting doesn't inspire me at this stage.
Well, yeah, so it's going to be a tough thing for India to get a good start, because we haven't seen good starts from Team India in this entire World Cup. It'll be very interesting to see how Team India starts up against Bangladesh. Thus, I think Silas already mentioned everything about India's batting and, the struggle of Rohit and Virat, how they really need to come up, put good runs on board, and give a good start to Team India against Bangladesh. But in terms of Bangladesh, Klaus, they've done one change. Taskin is not playing today, and it's Zakir Ali who's got into the 11 for this match. And no other changes. Do you think this might change anything for Bangladesh side? Because I'm not very convinced. Anyway, their bowlers are bowling decently well. It's their batters who aren't acting up in the situations.
Not alone you. I mean, even Bangladesh is not convinced with their performance. They are never convinced. They always go as underdogs and come out as underdogs. So I'm not really keen on Bangladesh performance. But yeah, I mean, see, again it boils down to batting performances of India, whether they can face this kind of a bowling, whether they have the two guys out there, whether they can face Mustafizur Rahman convincingly, whether they can come out with those drives that they were showing in Wankhede, Bangalore, Delhi, or wherever it was in the last IPL. I mean, so that is something that is going to be one challenge. So if these guys come out and challenge these the bowlers, the Bangladeshi bowlers, because they are better bowlers, bowling side than a batting side. So it's more of a challenge for Team India. Rather Team India, the two guys out there. तो यहाँ पर मुस्तफिजुर है, रिशाद है, कैसे खेले, कैसे हैंडल करेंगे, वो एक इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट रहेगा. And these guys won't see. their batting might be, very, very low on confidence, but their bowlers definitely they are high on confidence. They know exactly what is their job, what is their role in T20 cricket, and that is why they have delivered and they have taken the team so far. So I'm very excited when it comes to their bowling, and this is going to be a good contest when Team India bats, goes out there, takes guard these two guys, and the two guys take on the bowlers,
Yeah.
Mustafizur and Tanzil Ahmed. Exciting talent, Tanzil. Rishad, I'm very happy. I mean, I'm seeing a leg spinner after a long, long time and in Bangladesh team. Beautiful flight. He's a tall guy. So he's going to, I don't know whether he's going to trouble or no, but it's going to be another challenge to watch out for how these guys are going to deal with Rishad, because you have Adam Zampa, who's more experienced, more talented, more smarter than Rishad, who is new in international cricket. Because we exactly saw in the last few games what Zampa has done. I mean, he reminds me of Shane Warne in T20 cricket rather than Shane was a legend in Test cricket and ODIs. Here, he is the Shane Warne, could be the Shane Warne of T20 cricket right now. For smart cricketer, smart bowler, great leg spinner, great to watch out for. But right now, whether they can deal with the Indian batting with the Bangladeshi bowlers will be an interesting watch out for. A good matchup between India
Yeah.
batting and
Yeah.
Bangladesh
Yeah.
bowling.
Absolutely, it's going to be a great matchup, and we already discussed about the Bangladesh bowlers and Indian batters. And yes, Australia, the match against Australia will be a great, contest. But before that, it's time for India-Bangladesh match. But we're getting a few questions, we're getting a few comments and super chats as well. So the one sending us super chats, thank you so much for connecting with us, watching us, listening to us. Do share your comments, and we'll be glad to know your opinions as well. But for now, we have got another super chat from Nomad Tibet. Is asking who deserve more in playing 11. Is it Dube or Sanju Samson? I think Sahil already mentioned, why he wanted Dube to be out of the 11 and Samson in the 11. So I'll take it to Jamie and would love to know his views on that.
It's a very good question, Rinzan. Again, it's a very tough comparison. Sanju Samson has a very set role. Sanju Samson bats at number 3 for Rajasthan Royals, and we discussed this. When you bat in number 3, and to our mind, I mean the panelists' mind before this World Cup began, number 3 should more or less be Virat Kohli. Ab nahi hai, but there's no opening, right? Again, we also don't know how Samson's batting in the nets. These players get the final nod. I mean, you also watch India practice on Long Island. I know, no matter bit. So these guys, the final call comes from how someone is batting in the nets. Again, has Dube's form been atrocious? No. Has it been what the fans and the selectors want? No. But to my mind, my very honest answer is it's not about Dube versus Samson. If Dube goes out, I want Yashasvi Jaiswal to come because your openers have been a massive letdown. The openers have been a liability, and it's not too late to correct this wrong. Sahil ने भी कहा था 10-15 मिनट पहले हो गए 4 मैच ना 4 मैच बहुत सुरम्या एक नॉकआउट मैच में वर्ल्ड कप मैच में कंडेंस्ड फॉर्मेट में 4 मैच बहुत होते हैं ये निर्णय लेने में कि भाई इनसे ना हो पाएगा राइट but thing is you cannot drop them separate them get Jaiswal in right it's a lefty confidence whatever short pitch problems that was a month ago in the IPL you cannot expect to win a World Cup with 2 misfiring openers I'll say it again Dube is actually not the problem Dube एक soft target है तो मेरे हिसाब से I know you've given $5 and you asked a question but I think it's not about Dube versus Sanju they have a specific role for this World Cup Dube has a better and more obvious role, I would say, right? Samson can only bat at number 3. Man lo Samson aaj khel bhi liya. The world will go after him if he comes in 6 and out, right? So the actual thing is, who's the most deserving? It's Jaiswal, only because the openers aren't doing the job.
Well, but Team India is not thinking that way. They have the same 11 for this match as well, and they won't be risking any further changes in the 11 for the match against Australia. And then it's going to be a win-win situation for them. They can't afford to lose in semi-final and final if they reach there. So, we aren't expecting any changes from Team India's side if we think from their perspective. But as Sahil mentioned early in this live, Jamie also mentioned now, it's going to be, a tough call whether to, drop Shivam Dube to take in Sanju Samson or not. It's going to be a tough call. Now we're getting another super chat. Once again, thanks a lot, Abhay Sahota, for sending us a super chat. We really extend our thanks to you. We'll take your question now. Your question is about Shubman Gill. Sahil, you talked about Shubman Gill a few days back. You talked about him in a report as well. So would love you to take this question on Gill.
I think baseless rumors, and right now all these things with regards to players, we kind of have that specialized degree. Most media outlets these days just to kind of stoke fire to that little spark which is given by, I don't even want to take name of that organization because it's just not worth my time or this channel's time right now. You're pulling a player down who will be probably remembered for a very long time when it comes to work ethics, when it comes to dedication. People actually haven't seen him train in the nets, and they are making, I don't know, it irritates me, it frustrates me because आपने उसको खेलते हुए देखा नहीं है. वो डेंगी के बाद, प्लेटलेट काउंट लो होने के बाद, आईवी ड्रिप्स लेने के बाद, the flight he took to Ahmedabad, the next morning he was training at the Narendra Modi Stadium. आप उस लड़के की discipline issues question कर रहे हो. मतलब come on guys, give him a break. He's so very young. You already have been spreading so many rumors about his personal life. I don't want to get into that space either. Now जब वो काम नहीं कर रहा तो अब आप उसकी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ पर आ गए हो. कभी आप उसके फादर को ड्रैग करके स्टेटमेंट्स ट्विस्ट कर देते हो, कभी आप कुछ कर देते हो. अरे हो गया भाई, बस कर दो, खेलने दो. We are probably looking at once in a generation talent right now. The way he played against England at number 3, we are looking at a player who will serve India across formats for a very long time. We are looking at a potential captaincy candidate across formats for a very long time. We are probably looking at the most marketable figure to have come across in that current young crop of players which we are seeing right now. He's so polished, he's so presentable on camera. मतलब he's a marketer's delight right now. मतलब अभी तो अगर चेकलिस्ट बनता है किसी प्लेयर का कि 150 करोड़ रुपए कौन कमाने वाला है, वो चेकलिस्ट के अंदर गिल का टिक 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 आप आंख बंद करके हर चीज में कर सकते हो. एंड दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम, यू नो, प्लेयर्स लाइक हिम आर ओनली वनरेबल टू ऑल दोस थिंग्स. कुछ ना करके भी ऐसा. नाउ आई विल गिव यू द कंप्लीट स्टोरी ऑफ व्हाट हैड एक्चुअली हैपेंड इन न्यूयॉर्क. These players, Shubman Gill and Avesh Khan, as per me, as per the information which I've got, they were supposed to travel the entire tournament. Yes, they were supposed to travel the entire tournament until the end of the final. 29 जून तक इन लोग को ट्रैवल करना था. इनको एंड मूवमेंट पे बोला गया कि 20, 22, 24 को आपके सुपर 8 के मैचेस हैं. There is going to be very little practice time. That is why these players were released. When they were released, Avesh came back home. 17th was Eid. 16th he came back home. He celebrated Eid with family. Shubman Gill stayed back. He was traveling with a lot of friends and business partners who were there inking plenty of deals which needed to be signed. Why he could not sign them earlier? Because he was playing India-England series. He was playing the Afghanistan T20s, if I'm not wrong, before that. And uske baad, he was also featuring in the IPL where he led Gujarat Titans as his maiden captaincy stint. उसके पास वक्त ही नहीं था. अब लोग बोल रहे हैं वो पाकिस्तान वाले मैच के अंदर स्टैंड्स में नहीं था. स्टैंड्स में जाने का उसका जरूरत नहीं था. रिंकू सिंह, खलील और आवेश खान का मन था, वो तैयार होकर वहां पर खड़े हो गए. 15 लोग आईसीसी अलाउ करता है चेंज रूम के अंदर. गिल है नहीं है, उससे ना बीसीसीआई को फर्क पड़ता है ना गिल को फर्क पड़ता है. ही इज अ quote unquote traveling reserve. He's not part of the squad. He's not supposed to carry drinks wearing a bib. He's supposed to chill in the hotel, wait if a player gets injured and fill in for that. So I don't know where these rumors actually started, and if he's doing some NFT business, some investment business because his friends who actually look after his business are traveling with him, that's fine. That's what he's supposed to do. फ्री टाइम में क्या करेगा? जो प्लेयर खेल रहा है वो कॉफी नहीं पी रहा क्या? उसका फैमिली साथ में नहीं घूम रहा क्या? अर्शदीप सिंह is traveling with his entire family for the World Cup. His mother and father are there. विराट is traveling with family. Rohit is traveling with family. तो इनको मना कर दें क्या कि फैमिली का ट्रैवल मत करो क्योंकि शुभमन गिल बिजनेस डील साइन नहीं कर सकता अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ? Again, this is ridiculous. And right now, I know, you know, even I have been at fault on occasions. You read such reports, you kind of start doing the background कि क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ. But halfway through that background check, you realize, you look into the mirror और तुम खुद को ही गाली देते हो यार कि तुम पूछ भी कैसे सकते हो ये चीजें. मतलब just read what garbage is being written. But you know, we just can't help, and that journalist in us kicks in, and we think कि यार चलो एक बार डबल चेक कर लो कि मसला है क्या. But कभी-कभी लगता है this is so not worth it. This is so not worth it. and players definitely need that breathing space. They need that time to work on themselves. And let's wait till tomorrow. We'll have a surprise. Let's wait. कल
Well,
काफी कुछ change हो. Yes,
we're
let's
waiting for
wait
the
for the
surprise.
surprise,
We're
because
waiting for the
if
surprise
if
to come from you, Sahil.
if no, I know the surprise, but I'm not sure of the surprise because उसमें एक दो चीजें का होना बहुत जरूरी है for that surprise to happen. So let's wait.
Oh, okay. Well, just wait and watch. And we were expecting like good surprise packed with good words, Sahil. So we're expecting like a report or something on that sort as well. Okay.
Yes,
So
let's
we
wait.
want that gift from you. Anyway, we've got another comment. Again, it's from Nomad Tibet. Thanks a lot for sending us super chats, Nomad. We really, really appreciate the way you are responding to us. You are becoming a part of our live sessions. It means a lot to us because, then only it makes like an inclusive live discussion when, our viewers also come in, join with us and, discuss all these things. But this one's especially for Jamie. So would request him to take this up and answer him. Jamie, you're on mute. Can't hear you.
Manega, I'll also have to just remind Nomad Tibet that he's not sending super chats to my personal channel where it goes in my money. This is going to a wider company. Maybe he's got confused, but very, very sweet of him for sending $15 to the company. बहुत बहुत बढ़िया है साहिल के ऑफलाइन कमेंट भी मुझे बहुत बहुत मजेदार लग रहे हैं. Look, exactly, you're right. India do not like to shuffle. And रिंजन भाई यही बात मैंने कल कही थी और परसों के शो में कहा था कि बहुत एक fine line है between being rigid and then being flexible. These two terms, they interlap so much when it comes to white ball cricket.
Yeah.
खासकर राहुल द्रविड़ साहब और रोहित शर्मा की ये partnership जब बनी, बहुत एक fine line है between being rigid and being flexible. And that's why that was behind my question that I asked him. But anyways, we got the answer. Why? I said it a few minutes ago. You still have time to break tradition, to break from rank. You don't need to persist. You're already. मुझे दुख होता है इस बात को कहने में एक लाइव चैनल पे कि अभी हम इन दोनों को झेल रहे हैं. We should not be झेलोing Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. We should be clapping, cheering, applauding, But we're all here. हम इनको झेल रहे हैं. जरूरत नहीं है झेलने की. आप विराट कोहली को बोलो भाई आप नंबर 3 पे खेलो. ऋषभ, sorry, yes, you've been brilliant, but boss, get in line. You don't have very good T20 stats. You're still a work in progress. It's okay. And my gut feeling is Ramya, Sahil and Tauz bhai, ऋषभ पंत को जहां भेजो उसका अप्रोच चेंज नहीं होगा. लोग कहते हैं नहीं क्या है ना, विराट कोहली अगर 3 पे जाएगा तो पंत 4 पे ही खेलता है भाई. पहली बार इसको मौका मिला है. You think Pant will bat any different? He's going to go 6, fall on his rear end, get up 6 and then get out. It doesn't matter. Get Virat Kohli back to where he feels the most comfortable. Do you think he's comfortable opening right now? If anyone agrees, I don't think these people have any cricket sense. The guy is not comfortable. Get him back. Jo bacha kucha hai Virat Kohli ka, get him back to where he can do run. He faced 25. I think he got in the 9th over that day. 9th over, 10th over. Yeah. Virat Kohli. You want Virat Kohli the GOAT batting 9 overs for 24? I don't. I'd much rather he comes and bats at number 3. He won't do much better. At least the flow will come. The flow is not coming because he's like, what the hell am I doing here? It goes back to what Tausbhai said half an hour, 48 minutes ago. Clarity नहीं है. भाई चिन्नास्वामी में 700 रन ठोक दिया. भाई ये ओपन कर सकता है नहीं. हम क्यों झेले इनको? झेलना ही है तो get him back to number 3. Open with Pant if you want to. That's actually not a bad idea. Open with Pant. Because it's not long-term planning. It's just until June 29th. फिर शॉल्स बाहर आएंगे, नए selectors आएंगे, नए things will change. You can still redeem yourself. I cannot shout enough on this channel. You can still redeem yourself. Just get Virat Kohli back to number 3. He will look much better right now. Right now he's lost. और रोहित तो है ही. 9 वर्ल्ड कप हो गए. मुझे गिनती से 3 इनिंग्स याद है. अगर 17 साल में मुझ जैसे हार्डकोर फैन को 3 इनिंग्स याद है, फिर तो I guess the elephant in the room is actually not Virat Kohli, right?
Also it affects one point. Also it affects if your partner isn't doing well, if he's seen struggling at the other end, it starts affecting your mind. तो ये दोनों तरफ से हो रहा है और दोनों तरफ एक दूसरे को प्रेशर ले रहे हैं. So that is something which is affecting the team, which is affecting the power plays. Power plays is the moment where you have to seize, where you have to go all out, get onto the bowlers, attack करो, get maximum runs. So that is where they are affecting. Exactly, I agree with Jamie bhai. Rishabh Pant, यार वो जाएगा, वो एटलीस्ट रन्स कहीं ना कहीं से तो निकालेगा, मारेगा फास्ट बॉलर्स को पावर प्ले में यूटिलाइज करे या मैक्सिमाइज. So that is where exactly these guys are founding, are seen wanting. तो एक तरफ रोहित स्ट्रगल कर रहा है, ये विराट कॉन्फिडेंस डाउन, यार ये अगर स्ट्रगल कर रहा है तो मैं क्या कर पाऊंगा. दूसरी तरफ विराट स्ट्रगल कर रहा है, वो बॉल बैट पे नहीं आ रहा है, टाइम नहीं हो पा रहा. रोहित बोल रहा है फिर मेरा चांस है, मुझे हवा में मारना है, कैसे भी मारूं. That is what brings down all these issues and the spotlight on these two guys who are the senior most players with reputation in the team India right now.
Right.
Otherwise, they have no clue.
Okay. Quickly, Taras, given the matches in Antigua, what kind of a score do you find as a decent score on board, given India is going to bat first?
So I would have loved to, say 200, 230, 240 IPL wala, but वैसा नहीं रहेगा. 170s, 180s, 190s, basically. I would have.
Okay.
It's not your typical T20 cricket happening right now. So.
Okay, great. So that's that from our side. We talked a lot about, Team India's 11, what Team India should do in terms of the players. We had a great chat and everything in and around Team India, their next matches, this match against Bangladesh. Let's see what will happen. Live actions just 5 minutes away at 8 p.m. IST. You'll get to see the match. India's going to bat first as Bangladesh won the toss and they opted to field. That's that from our side. Thanks a lot, Sahil, Taos, and Jamie for joining with me. And thank you so much, everyone, for your comments, for joining with us in this live, and obviously for the super chats that you have sent us. Thanks a lot and have a great, great day ahead. Enjoy the match.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म,
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट.